Hello, my madlings. Welcome to today's reading. We have a really important reading today, one of desire. And I don't mean surface desire, I mean like deep yearnings. Yearnings that we have all throughout our lives, and yearnings that are honestly never quite fulfilled, no matter how materially or physically they may fulfill, that yearning kind of persists. So, right now, you have been really focused on external movement happening. You've been waiting for the shift to take place in your life. You've done a lot of work. You really have, like internal work. So the inner landscape is ready. And the external landscape is in a moment of transition. It hasn't quite shifted yet to align with the inner work. It is shifting, it is, but it's still in this waiting period. You're in the waiting room. But in this waiting room, you are experiencing a lot of frustration. Frustration, agitation, maybe even like physical symptoms. Maybe like chronic pain is coming back up. Maybe there's some bloating or things with digestion that are like slowing down. And it's because there's this focus on, any perceived misalignment of the inner and outer experience. But this is an illusion, right? Because as above, so below, like everything that is within us is reflected with what is around us. So what else is actually happening inside? What else is there? How can we shift our focus and stop looking at all of these things that we don't have, all of these things that haven't shifted yet, all of these things, promises we thought this year was going to bring, where maybe we thought we would be, in August of this year, and maybe we're not at that place. Turning your focus back on this present moment is only going to happen when we acknowledge the inner heart desire that is at play. There is a deep yearning that is living in your unconscious. It's not the job you don't have. It's not, the move that didn't happen. It's not, all the things that didn't work out, actually. There's actually an inner, deeper yearning and desire that you don't want to sit with because it is very deep and it comes with it, like any yearning, grief, because our deepest yearnings in life are born from our wounds. Right? If you're into astrology and you look at where your Chiron is, which is like the wound in your chart, and you see which house it is, that's likely going to be a theme of the yearning in your life. Your heart desire right now is asking to be witnessed and to be shared. You are being asked to stop looking at all these external things and sit with, what is it that you yearn for? What is it? Is it, and let's take this, let's unpack this a little bit, because when I say yearning, I don't mean a surface desire. We're going to go 3 layers. We're going to go deep, because you might think, I yearn for a job. I yearn for money. I yearn for a family. But that's really a surface desire. What might be underneath this yearning for a family, for example? Maybe it's a place in this world. What's beneath a yearning for a place in this world, right? What does a place in this world mean? A place in this world means home, to feel at home. And when we're talking about yearning, we are talking about across all facets of life, feeling at home in your community, feeling at home in your friend group, feeling at home in your work, in your calling, feeling at home in your body, in your spiritual practice. Maybe you've felt so out of place your whole life. You've really been shuffled around, moved around. You've gone through a lot in your life and you don't feel at home. That's a yearning. And that's a lot to sit with because it's going to bring up grief. It is. But if we can acknowledge our heart desire, our humanness that we incarnated into this lifetime with, to feel, to experience, and to follow, right? This yearning is going to lead us if we allow it to. This came in reverse. Because right now, you're looking back at all of these things that you didn't have, that didn't work out. You are being asked to return to the home of you in this present moment, to acknowledge your yearning. Whatever it is, sit down and journal. What is your deepest heart desire? What is it really? What are you distracting yourself with, that if you could only sit with for a moment and acknowledge, it might bring you a moment of grounding today. And you might be able to, speak to yourself, speak to that inner child, because really what's happening is this yearning is collapsing the future and the past and the present. Because what we yearn for is born from the past, even past lives, concurrent lives. And it also is some sort of, it can feel like a void or something that we're like trying to fill the future with, trying to follow, trying to find. But then we need to bring it back to this present moment, right? And this is where time collapses. This is where time collapses. And so in order to bring us back to this present moment today, what does your heart desire? Really, truly, what does your heart desire? What yearning has been just guiding you your whole life? And how can bringing it from the depths and acknowledging it and acknowledging what has shaped that yearning, what pain or what grief, and to acknowledge that it can only come, this yearning can only be fulfilled, manifested in this physical reality, in this present moment. Because it's not coming to fix the past, it's not coming to fix the future, because that's not even real. The only real thing we have is right now. And we are going to miss it. Because it's coming. It's coming. It is guaranteed it's coming. But what's not guaranteed is if it's going to pass you by. Don't let your fulfilled yearning, whatever that is, don't let a job or a calling that's going to make you feel at home, or perhaps a way that you would feel at home in your own body today, or something to do with family, something to do with friends. Don't let it pass you by because you're so fixated on what you don't have or what didn't work out or what you are calling in or any of these things. So that is today's message. I hope that some of this resonated for some of you. I hope that you have a beautiful day. Stay mad.